Hey guys, so today I'm here to introduce a new Yu-Gi-Oh series, which is turning me from a noob into a pro Yu-Gi-Oh duelist. I'm gonna do that with the help of Jesse Kotton. And so the past 3 or 4 events, online events, I've bubbled every single one. As you can see here, this is a Crush Card Cup, and I placed 30th. I went X3 bubbling from getting top 16. As you can see here, all the X2s are going to be able to make it. But unfortunately, I went X3 and I automatically took myself out of the running. I was very, very close, but, I just keep losing in the bubble. And so obviously I was very, very frustrated, but not as much as I wanted to improve, man. I wanted to get better. I wanted to hone my mechanics. I want to, get like that another win. I want to like continuously top and be consistent, and I don't want to just have that one win and that's it. I mean, I want to like continuously improve and get better and constantly top, and obviously there's like a lot of variance that's included, but overall I wanted to work on the things that I can fix and the things that I can like change so that I can become a better player. But it's really hard because like the ego is like really tough. Like you're always thinking like, I think I'm played okay, like I don't really know if there's anything else you could do, but that's why you hire a coach. You hire like someone else, like a third party, an external person, a friend, someone else who like can come in and like give you an unbiased opinion on your playing, on your technical skills, on like your ways to improve. And this goes for all aspects of life. And so I decided to like apply that here to Yu-Gi-Oh, and that's why I hired Jesse. Like I really liked have him as a coach, because I remember like when I was new to the game, I watched World's or like Nat's stream, and I saw that he introduced and incorporated Utopia double in the Sky Striker deck. And like in a Sky Striker deck, I love the fact that he like innovated that deck that isn't really room for much innovating. And so I decided that Jesse would be a great fit for me, because I love innovating decks. I love like deck building, and he has really strong fundamentals of the game as well. And so yeah, I figured he'd like be a great person to like have. And so this series will encompass like many different aspects of like the game, and the goal is to go to like LCS number 3, which will happen in May 23rd, 24th, that weekend of. So there'll be like more lessons. I have a lesson with him every week, and I'm gonna be like showcasing you guys like the process and lessons, so you can like get an idea for how Jesse coaches and how like Duelist Academy works. And so like you could like also like potentially like sign up and improve as well, and so that the whole community as a whole improves, and like everyone gets better, and like it becomes like super like tough to like top. And of course like this game is just so much fun, man. Like I just like really like enjoy playing with everyone, especially like high caliber like duelists. So yeah, man, without further ado, this first episode is gonna be about deck building. So deck building is one of the fundamental part of Yu-Gi-Oh, is the most integral part of Yu-Gi-Oh, but I think deck building has been kind of forgotten. A lot of people nowadays just go on YouTube or like go on Facebook. They see the deck profile, they can net deck it completely, which I don't think there's anything wrong with, right? But I think that I want you to be able to like add your own spice, like figure, is this truly the best list? Was it variance? That this like playing this card at 2 instead of 3, like as long as you can justify why you do what you do, I think it's like it makes sense. But a lot of people, like when they do deck profiles, like they'll like be like, I played this card, but like you don't really understand why they play that card. And I think I want to shed like on that aspect of deck building. I think deck building is really important, and I think like Shoutout, for example, like is a great example of that. When he went to the UDS, he built Rockets, which no one expected, like that deck, and he like destroyed the whole meta with it. And so I think, I want to like kind of like do the same, build a spicy behind the scene deck no one is anticipating yet, and then bring it into like an event and just absolutely crush it. And so this first episode will be focused on deck building, but not just deck building like a type of deck, but deck building overall, like, how do I get started, and things like that. So without further ado, we'll get right into it, guys. Hope you enjoy. Yo.
Good morning, Pat.
Hey, what's up, man? Good morning. How are you? Sorry for the late start. Just woke up.
Oh.
Lack of sleep does. All right. So, how do you want to start this?
Mind you picked early, not me.
I know. That's the worst part. That's the worst part.
All right. So, you said you wanted to look at deck building. So,
yeah.
if you want to look at some decks, go over some theory, we can do that. If you had anything in mind to look at.
Alright, yeah, so this is like the deck that I was thinking about like potentially piloting within like E-Code. Like obviously like there's also Orcus with introduction of Girsu. And I guess like what else really? The I guess generators, because I know they're getting support, but yeah.
And obviously the old deck's still good.
Yeah, the old decks are still good, obviously. Yeah, like Eldritch and like and then what's the other one? The Rock deck, obviously. There's like a combo deck of the format.
Do you build this from scratch, or do you have kind of some?
Yeah, so I built this from
basics
scratch.
yourself?
Yeah, so I built this from scratch, and so I can like walk you through like my initial process on it. Like obviously you play the 3 Dragoons. I know like people, there's like for the heavy infantry, like people play the other one too. I think it's like the sniper guy. But then I decided not to play because like I realized that like they can just like dodge it like really easily, and like Eldritch just all they have to do is like flip up their traps, I guess. And like heavy infantry just gets rid of like, I don't know, like either their lord if it's not protected, or like popping face up. I just feel like it's like better. I feel like the other guy, the sniper, just breaks my hand. Then you play the 3 Diva, which is like standard. Like I guess this is like the most insane combo if you just open Diva. It's better because Diva is a tuner, whereas if you open Neptibus, it's like you don't have access to the tuner, so it becomes a little awkward. You have to like get Lapis Dragon. You have the Artisan, which I actually really enjoy Artisan because if you add it through Dragoons, I just look at my opponent's hand, and then the theory behind it is if you use special summon Artisan through Diva, if you like, you could if you already have like extra extenders, then Artisan can just reborn any level 4, and then so it can reborn you like the Dragoons, so that you can just make Bahamut Shark into like totally. So this card's like okay. I don't know if I want to keep playing it though. Sometimes it's like okay. And then you have like the Minstrel. The Minstrel is like literally like insane because I think this card is like a Red Lotus on roids. It's a Red Lotus on turn 1. So I just look at my opponent's hand and I banish any card from their hand face up. So if I if I open up like Teus and like Dragoons, I can go Teus, dump Dragoons, Dragoon, or yeah. So Abyss Teus, dump Dragoons. Dragoons would search me, let's say like Diva if I didn't already have it. I can normal Diva, like summon the dump like the Dragoons, and then search another Dragoons, and then the Dragoons, the second Dragoon, the Dragoon that just got dumped can search me like Minstrel, and then I can dump Minstrel and Dragoons, and then that was just like insane. So I like this card a lot. I don't know if I want to bump to 3. It's basically like a pseudo called by, and it gives me like knowledge of their hand. So that's why this deck's crazy, because like I can like make VFD and play through Nibiru just with Minstrel. Like I just look at their hand, it's like insane, I think. And then you of course play the frog launcher. That's just for like the target for the fiber. Lapis, because there's awkward times where you can't get access to like the tuner, and that's just like if you just open up Neptibus and like no way to get to Diva, so you just have to like search Lapis for the tuner. I guess sometimes the level 5 tuner comes up, but never really. Like this is a break Mander, but like you can search it through like I think Teus. Like Teus searches Mander, and then like the second effect you just banish it, so like you can just make VFD with like Megalo and like Teus. Or if you just hard make a level 9 and then just banish it, so one of your Teus or one of Megalo just becomes 9. You have like the Pike, which is like Pike is like a semi. It's like I think it's like a 1.5 card that gives you access to like Toad, so that's like decent. But I feel like I don't need to play the Toad engine just because I have Minstrel, and Minstrel's like searchable by like literally like almost every card in my deck. And then you have like Gun, which is like a free extender. You just need to play like Mermail cards to search off of Teus, because you don't want Teus like not search a card, I guess. But I can like probably like ask for your thoughts on this, because I literally hate like these cards, like a Pike, Gund, and like Mander's there only for VFD, but like these 2 cards are just like so bad sometimes. Megalo is like you just have to play it. It gets you like the scale, but I feel like the scale is like so bricky sometimes too. Like there's just I feel like inherent bricks in this deck, which is like so annoying. Yeah, so Megalo is just there. Teus is like I think the most insane Mermail. It's just like so good. And then you have like the Moon Glacier for the hand loop, obviously. The 3 Neptibus, just because like it's a really good starter. And summoning off Diva is nice. And then I play 1 Aqua Spirit. That's just like it's kind of like the Gigantus theory, I guess. Like if I can like summon the Artisan, reborn the Dragoons, and then have Water Spear. I just make Bahamut Shark into Toad. That's like a bad hand, I guess. But that just lets me, and it also manipulates my graveyard for Moon Glacier, because there's sometimes some combos that end with 6 waters in the graveyard, so I just need to banish 1, and I don't want to go and get locked into waters with Anatomy. I could like obviously go Anatomy and then reborn 1, so I get 5, but then that's really awkward because then I can't make VFD, so like I'm locked into waters for the rest of the turn. Then like the 1 Abyss Scale, 3 Dark Ruler because there's literally auto lose going second. The combo decks, you have like Aria, which is like the nuts. It's like literally like 3 extra divas, but it's also like, if you already open up diva, then it's like extra copies of like minstrel, so like it's basically like also a call by the grave or like a starter. So it's like kind of nice. It's kind of bricky if you don't have a way to get water to the graveyard. So I literally thought about playing Almirage sometimes. I was like, dang. Monster Reborn, just like extenders, 1 for 1 upstart. Avarice is like something I've been messing around with, but it gives you that recovery because his deck post like turn 1 is like really bad. And then you have like Marais of Greed, just like, I don't know, like get back and draw cards, especially if you break off cards like you don't want to draw Pike, you don't want to draw Gun, like you don't want to draw Lapis Dragon. Like there's a lot of cards you just want to search instead of drawing, so you just play Marais of Greed, I think. And then once a session, just like I said, more extenders. Yeah, that's like pretty much it. And then the extra deck is just, I guess the only thing that stands about my extra deck is literally this card. The reason why I like wanted to play the VFD variant in Mermails is because Ravenous Crocosaurus is literally like insane. It's like a level 9 that gives you a draw, and then you just overlay into VFD. And I play 2 because there's situations where you can make Trishula, where you just like make 2 Archetis, and then you're just like then you just make VFD. Or if you have like the Mander, then you can just you don't need to hard make 2 Archetis. You just go Archetis and like one of the Taze or like Megalo with like the gun. Or with the Mander, yeah. But that's like pretty much it.
What is your typical end board? Like, what is your standardized combo?
Yeah, so my standardized combo is making VFD and hand loop for 2, all the while like playing through 1 hand trap or interruption with Minstrel. But the best hand would probably be like VFD plus hand loop for like 4. Like VFD hand loop for 4 would be like the best hand. But like that's insane. I never draw that. That hand is like really good. But like you need to draw like Teus plus Dragoons and like Diva. That's like hand loop for 4. It's like a 3-card combo for like hand loop for 4 and VFD. Yeah, but the most standard combo is just VFD and hand loop for 2. That's like the most standard combo I do.
I think Sala and Nishad were working on some other combo, but I don't know if they're listening to the video about it, so I don't want to give it away. I'm pretty sure they had some of the groups in 5.
Oh, that's insane, yeah.
But there are some obvious cards that you don't have included in your combo.
Yeah.
That you could probably capitalize on, such as Link Ross and Auroradon.
Oh, yeah.
With tuner-based decks, like, they're just so good.
That's true, yeah.
There are ways to find, finding ways to make them work is not hard.
Yeah.
And obviously you want to be able to just get these cards out because they're...
Oh, yeah.
You can start pumping on all these different synchros, like even just the... Well, I really like the Adamantivator play that just a Needle Fiber gets you a Auroradon, which gets you to Savage and Herald.
Yeah.
It gives you a strong way to play through hand traps.
Yep. I do like that, yeah. Because, yeah, literally Needle Fiber is like a 1-card Savage and then the Herald, which is true. I thought about playing that too in my extra deck. Yeah, that's also a really good play.
So let's talk about Minstrel.
Yeah.
You said you play 2, but you keep emphasizing how good it is.
Yeah.
You can play 3, dude. When you think a card is that good, you play 3.
Yeah, okay.
Absolutely play 3 of that card.
Yeah, this card is bonkers, bro. I just, every time I open it, I just feel so confident in my combo. I was like, it's like 100% resolving. Because I just look at your hand.
So, whenever we're building a deck, we want to be driven by logic.
Yeah.
We want to always have reasons behind our decisions.
Yep. Nothing
should ever be arbitrary or random
in
an ideal world.
Yep.
So we should always make sure there's a good sound reason for everything.
Yep.
Should we make that being said, that makes 2 one of the most awkward numbers.
Yep.
For us to play 2, the reason has to be that you need 2 for the specific combo to work.
Yep.
Or you need 1 for early and 1 late game, but they're accessible.
Yep.
Or like if you have Pot of Desires in your deck, you need to make sure 1 stays in your deck.
Yep.
Those are some of the rare times 2 is acceptable, but it's not that common.
Yeah.
2 as a general number is ineffective. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Even for like something like Pot of Desires, because how familiar are you with math? So I know how you dumb it down, or you good with it, like with basic calculus.
The math? No. Just you explain to me the math. I like don't know the math.
Okay, so I'll dumb it down.
Yep.
Okay, so you know Yu-Gi-Oh probability calculators.
Yeah, I've heard of those. Yeah, I started looking to them.
Yeah, so pretty much if you use those, you can find out that by adding like this is why I don't like the argument that 3 Pot of Desires bricks you.
Yep.
By adding the 3rd Pot of Desires into your deck, you increase the chance of seeing a singular copy by 8%.
Yep.
But increase the chance of seeing a duplicate by 2%.
Okay. Yep.
If you look at the trade-off, you're trading off the 8% increase for the Desires, the 2% increase, not even brick you, to just draw a dead card.
Yeah.
Which is why it's like not really a valid reason to say I don't want to play 3 because I don't want to draw 2.
Right. That makes sense. Yeah.
Unless the reason is I literally don't want to draw 2 cards, but
yeah. Yeah. No, that makes sense to me. Yeah.
Yeah. So always try and find the reason behind it. So 2 ofs, in my opinion, like you need to have that specific reason for it. For example, let's look at the other 2 ofs you have in this deck: Avarice and Megalo and Moray.
Yeah.
These cards either good enough that you want to play them, and if you want to play them, you either play 1 because it's searchable, which is okay, or you play 3 because you want to see it.
Yeah, honestly, now that you're saying that, we're cutting 1 Megalo for sure, I think. Because, like, I don't even want this card in my opening hand. This card is, like, useless.
If you want that, you want that card in your deck as a utility card, that's fine. But unless you need multiple for your combo, then you don't want to open it. Play 1.
Opening this card just feels bad.
And then if we want, like, Avarice and Moray, like,
this...
if they're good enough to play, then...
Yeah. This is the tough part because, like, I want Moray sometimes because when I draw my quote-unquote bricks, like my 1-ofs, I want to shuffle them back. But because I'm playing, like, let's say, like, okay, how many 1-ofs do I have? I have, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 1-ofs that, like, aren't, like, amazing to, like, have in my starting hand. Like, if I draw a Fishborn Launcher, that makes it so that my Needle Fiber play is, like, 5 times worse. So yeah, I guess you can technically it would be okay just to like play Moray at 3 just because I have like literally 8 1-ofs that I just don't want to see in my opening hand. And then shuffling it back makes it so that Dragoons and everything else that's supposed to like search what I need live. And it's like thankfully it's not cost to show my hand, so it's kind of nice. But yeah, I guess I'll bump Moray to 3. And it's almost and Avarice. This is always a tough call, but like, I feel like I'll probably play Avarice at 1. I feel like there never came a situation where I ever resolved 2.
Unsearchable though.
Yeah, it's unsearchable. Oh, that's true.
I think it's either 3 of or 0 of it. There's not a real reason for you to have it. In my opinion, you're not using it to extend your combo. You're not using it to start your combo.
Yeah.
The only real world where it's effective is you burn through your combo and you haven't ended the game. Which shouldn't be that likely. And then it's also only truly good if you top deck it after that happens. Because if it was just another combo card and you already had it in your hand when you tried combo, maybe you could have secured the victory.
Yeah. I think
give you some whack second chance. That, like, wasn't
to be honest, I mean, in testing, I found out that like, so Avarice is a funny card. So sometimes I would break and I would just start dumping cards in my graveyard just to Avarice to draw 2, just to hope that I draw into like.
But what if the card was just a good card to begin?
Exactly. No, that's exactly the point I was gonna get to. Like, it's literally like so bad for that instance because like, it never really extended my plays. It just like fixes my bad hand, but like. If it was just a good card from the beginning, I wouldn't have to like be in that situation. Okay, sounds good to me. Yeah, I'll take it out. Yeah, there never came a time where I'm like, dang, I really need this right now. But most times that I do need it is because I like literally didn't end up on an optimal board because it was in my hand. So yeah, I agree. If I ended up on a more optimal board, then like I just don't even need average to like grind.
Okay. So next step is to identify an issue with late game. Is there any way to fix that? So typically the issue with late game in new decks is that your combo takes up so many extra deck spots.
Yeah.
You can't redo the combo again.
Yeah.
So that's why you want a couple bomb extra deck cards that are good going second, but also good at dealing damage. So one of the cards that I've actually liked the most is Access Code Talker.
Oh yeah, the card is nuts. Yeah. It's like card is crazy.
I think it's something to consider as well. You don't have to put it in yet, but it's really good. Obviously, if you play more links, which I think you probably will end up having to do because links are broken right now.
Yep.
Let's be real, Mr. Boy is trash. I don't know why the card is in your deck.
Yeah, I just put it in there. I was like, yo, it's like kind of awkward OTK, I guess. But and if I have Calamitous or more, I'm like, okay, I'll call everything water. 500 buff. But yeah, it's trash. I never summoned it.
And okay, so we wanted to talk about the Mermail one-ofs.
Yeah.
And it has to deem what's necessary.
Yeah.
So my personal opinion is you don't need a lot of the Mermail stuff. However, that's where you have to play and come to your own conclusions.
Yep.
In my regular combos, does this ever come up for me? And then you have to decide.
Yeah.
If I draw them, how bad is it?
Yo.
And if you're able to come to those conclusions, you can make that rational decision yourself.
Yeah.
For example, if you find yourself never using Abyssmander, then it's not necessary. But if you find yourself using it, then maybe it is.
Yeah.
If you find maybe it's overkill, then maybe it's not necessary.
Yeah.
Like the equip spell, I think that one is specifically not good because it's a lot brickier than the others.
It's so bricky. You can't even shuffle it back. You're talking about the Abyss Gale, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so bad, man. And like, I think sometimes when I end up on my combo, I don't have a Mermail card to even equip it to. Yeah, this card's bad. I don't know why I kept playing it. I realized that in my combo, I don't end up on like a way to get to a Mermail card. Like if you make a Blisslacia, whatever, then you don't end up on Needle Fiber. Like you can't, like you need a really strong hand to like do both. So it just never happened to me.
Are obsessed with maximizing their pluses, which is not necessarily wrong.
Yeah.
It also leads them into playing random crap for no reason.
Yeah. This card bricks me more times than it even wants me in the game, and sometimes I can't even resolve this and equip it to a card. I just don't have it. I was just like, yo, VFD, hope for the best. Which is like kind of like this deck. VFD, hand loop, hope for the best. Alright, yeah, I'm cutting that out. Even the spheres is kind of nice. Like I was testing spheres because what's cute about the spheres is like, so Abyss Sphere can get you access to Gund, and then Gund with Locust can get you to the Croc on the opponent's turn, so you get a free draw one, and then if you have enough cards, you can just pop one too. So that was something cool I was thinking about, but then like, but I was like, yo, this card's probably gonna break me too. I just hate breaking.
Crap, yeah. There's no reason to do that. Like,
yeah.
You have to decide at what point are you adding extra cards. I can show you so many combos where I could end on 3-4 negates, or I can go the extra step and FTK my opponent. But why would I play these extra bricks if I'm guaranteed to win? Like 4 interrupts that play around Dark Ruler type of negates, not like that will only lose to specific hands that are absolute ridiculousness.
Yeah. So yeah, I was thinking the reason why this deck was also kind of nice against Dark Ruler because you have White Howling, but you also have to get lucky because Moon Glacier has to dump a spell so that you can then like White Howling their spell. So that's the only problem with White Howling.
Ineffective because for combo decks, anti-spell would do the exact same thing.
That's true.
At which point it's not actually a benefit this deck has over any other combo deck. You can't push yourself into it's important to look for synergies, but you can't focus on synergies that aren't actually as good as they look.
Right. Because literally anti-spell literally does the same thing. Yeah, 100%.
It's not always important to look at what the card does specifically.
Yeah.
But what the role the card serves.
Right.
and they serve the same purpose.
Yeah.
At which point, the anti-spell is actually just better because it's less conditional.
Yeah.
And it's more permanent.
Yeah.
Okay. So now that we kind of talked about those ratios a little bit,
Yep.
For all the one-ofs, it's going to be you kind of just
Yeah.
deciding as you play how necessary they are,
Right.
and how much they contribute to your hands being worse.
Yep.
If you find yourself that they're working effectively, like you've needed them to play and they aren't really breaking your hand,
Yep.
then you maintain the way it is.
Right.
And then you adapt if you find they're not necessary.
Right.
For example, we talked about the one deep sea not being, maybe you don't need it.
Yep.
Maybe you play some games, see how often it comes up.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you find yourself not needing it, while it's also not good to draw, then cut it.
Yeah.
If you find yourself summoning it enough to warrant playing it, and it's not that bad to draw, then it's fine.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Sounds good. That makes sense to me.
Yeah. What we want to do is so Reborn and Succession, I'm assuming there's the same role as well.
Yeah.
right?
Same role. Yeah. It's nice because like sometimes like it just reborns you like a taste or like something so that you get that like. So sometimes there are hands where like you just want the monster reborn just so that you guarantee VFD plus like the hand loop. Like Succession will get me to like a hand loop for 4 plus VFD, which is why I like the card.
But you said that rarely comes up.
Yeah, no, like which rarely comes up. Like you need to have this in your hand, and so like it lets you do that, but you need this in your hand or monster reborn. So like if you don't have that,
cards like that inherently just aren't engine are like kind of hard to justify playing.
Yeah.
Again at that ratio, because if it's really good, you're gonna play a lot. But at the same time, it falls into an issue where you can play up to 4 of them, but it's not like then you're a little bricky. So you have to decide what ratio you want to see it at.
Yep.
And you can do the math on that, but it's just not incredible. Like the trade-off is you're getting a free monster. This deck doesn't really capitalize on the free monster that much. You have no unsummon effects that are unrestricted in the amount of times. Like you can't summon back Recycler a bunch of times.
Yeah, that's true.
So the value is that it's a body.
That's true. It's literally just a body. Yeah.
Is it worth playing a card that is?
Yeah, no.
Not incredibly effective. Well, Reborn is the same too.
Yeah, Reborn is also like the same. I agree. I don't even
Reborn is less conditional, but say at what point, like if you played Swap Frog, which I actually like the card a lot, then
yeah, I cut the Frog engine because I felt that like it was so bricky, and like the problem is it wasn't triggering off my like Dragoons because it's like
what's bricky about it?
No, so what my problem was the Swap Frog combo was like I need to open up like 5 water monsters, and like sometimes I just don't do that. Like you need to have cards.
Because you were filling your deck with random garbage like Avarice.
Okay, yeah, that's fair too. And now that I cut down my spells to like 11, which is so much better. But yeah, I can like throw in the Toad here, because like the problem with before is like you need 2 discards for Toad because you want to use your normal summon on Diva. So you need double discard for Toad. Which means that's 3 cards already, and so the other 2 cards in your hand has to be like the Diva or whatever. But I guess it actually synergizes well with Arya. So that's actually
that was the point I was going to bring up.
Yeah.
When your deck building, when you want to make your deck better over time.
Yeah.
What require you to do is constantly play and identify issues the deck has and weaknesses.
Right.
And then move to fix those weaknesses. So you said yourself, sometimes Arya is dead. Well, how do we fix this? Make him live more often. There's a couple cards that we can do this with.
Yeah.
We can play anything from Dangers to White Stingray. We can play Swap Frog. No, you not do Ronin Totem.
Oh, it's Ronin Totem. Yeah, Ronin Totem.
You look for solutions, and sometimes it's creative, sometimes it's just pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
You want to be not playing random cards because they have some awkward synergy play cards because it fixes a specific issue that I had.
Yeah.
I know when I was new, I thought like, I'm gonna play Warrior Returning Alive in my Necros deck because there's a lot of cool synergies with Shirt and Burrito and Trish.
Yeah.
And like then fix the issue the deck had. So there's no reason to play it. The deck issue was through floodgates. So me increasing the value to my long game, like with your Avarice, the random synergy was irrelevant. It didn't matter. I still go for floodgates because I didn't have ways to address them. And I played the 150, the YCS, and I was 3 rounds in a row not playing a single card because of floodgates.
Yeah.
So, a little bit of an eye opener, but it was necessary for me to get better.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I agree with that. Like, what are ways like you can address the deck's problem, especially like in deck building? Like, yeah, I was playing like random stuff, man. Like, didn't advance my game state at all. Like, didn't advance my plays. Like, I didn't end up on a better board because of them. I guess technically Monster Reborn kind of does, but it's like so like it's like I have to hope to see my like one ofs. But then yeah, Swap Frog just way more consistent, I feel like.
Like Swap can also just let you be a random link monster. Like, it's not that important to make Toad if you already have access to Bahamut.
Yeah, that's true.
If it's needed a throwaway monster, it's still fine. Like,
Yep.
you have to be fluid and adapt with your hands. If you don't need to, if the best play is not to make Toad, and that's not the best play.
Right.
It's gonna happen.
Right.
And then for you to improve it more and more, this deck.
Yep.
The deck is streamlined now, which is always the most important thing with the first draft of the deck.
Yep.
After the first draft, though, what you want to do is, again, identify issues and want to fix them. See if maybe there were things to expand on. For example, things to look into to maybe expand your combo, which you can do with some playing with yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Look into Auroradon and Link Cross, see if that maybe leads into some better lines.
Yeah.
If you find yourself needing some more bombs in the deck, like some way to use the random monsters to apply pressure after turn 1.
Yep.
Find out answers there. You Boral Sword, you need Access Code Talk, you need Boral Load. Sometimes your deck needs those cards.
Yep. I feel like, for example, here I'm playing like, for example, Abyss Gaios, whatever, and like this card, bro, it's like a worse VFD. So
Well,
like, yeah, exactly. There's no reason to play this card. It's like I was thinking, okay, it's like skill drain on my opponent's turn, and I'm like, I guess VFD is so much better, man. Yeah, I was playing it just like throw cards in, just like rough draft, but then. Yeah, after talking with you and in testing, for sure, like a lot of these issues came out. Like Mistar is just like trash. Quandax is like even worse. And then now it's gonna free up for like a Auroradon combo. I have to play the Jet Synchron though. That's the only thing about the Auroradon combo, and that means I just don't summon the Fishborn, which makes Fishborn like kind of dead. But I guess it just gives you more. Just one card in your main deck gives you more utility instead of way more negates, I guess.
Well, Jet and O-Lion, but they're just fine to draw.
Oh yeah, and O-Line, yeah, that's true. Because you can always dump O-Line, I guess. Actually, no, you can only dump waters, right? Yeah, that's still fine. Because you can special summon from the hand.
Yeah, well, O-Line is a shitty one. Jet Synchron's fine to draw.
Yes. That's fine.
Like, it's honestly not amazing, but you can still make use of it. Like, they're not terrible bricks.
Yeah.
I like them just because you play through hand traps a lot better. It makes Steel Fiber a lot more powerful.
Yeah. The level 1 tuner actually comes up too, because Neptibus is like a generic level 1 so it's not a tuner. So like that with Jet Synchron plus like Teus will get you to like Croc draw 2. So it's or Trishula, however you want to look at it. So it's actually the level 1 tuner would come up actually.
Yeah. So like if you played like Auroradon and then Herald and Savage.
Yeah.
It gives you a lot more different extract monsters to play around with. Now you have more tuners as well.
Yep.
So you can also access your extract a little more past turn 1.
Yeah.
So you have those are your bombs now for past turn 1. The extra Rapids, the extra Savage, as well as giving you. Maybe you don't need to play Savage because you have Dragite.
Yeah.
Already.
Yep. Well, the problem with this deck that I've also noticed is so it's actually kind of nice because VFD synergizes with Moonglacier really well. Because then they can't attack or beat over Moonglacier, and they can't use any effects to get rid of it, so they need to like hard draw like a way to out it without like using monster effects, so you don't lose your battle phase. But if for some like godforsaken reason they get rid of your Moonglacier, it's like you lose a battle phase, and so you have to like set up more interrupts. I mean, granted, like your VFD is still gonna be on the board, but I think that if you can just make VFD like do up your negates, whatever, pass like hand loop for 2 VFD. Then turn 2, if they somehow get rid of your Moonglacier, then you can just like do the Auroradon combo, and like that'll just be more. It just like seals the deal from there.
Why can't you Auroradon combo turn 1? You can still exceed on your Auroradon.
Oh, you're true. That's right. The only thing you just can't
make calamities.
Oh, that's true.
And you get level 3 tokens to make that you can use to just make Ravenous. Like,
yo, that's busted. Hold on, this card is crazy. Yo, token generators are broken, bro. In like a synchro deck. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's why Dandelion is banned.
Jesus, That's nuts. What the heck? Because a little Lapis plus like any Ordon is just like an 8. It's like free Drag Die, free Savage, whatever you need. Kind of
It's
disgusting.
not just an 8. It's an 8 and a 4.
It's an 8 and a 4. Yeah. Oh god, that's crazy. Okay, let me get Herald. I think you can even hard make Herald sometimes. There's like, I forgot what.
Yeah, if you open up swap like Diva, you can set a mode. You can go like some weird stuff. Again, that's like awkward, but you can. I don't like it because it means any card sent from your hand or deck to the grave gets banished as well.
Oh, it's macro. It's like it's that for your hand too.
I don't like doing it. I mean, at end of your turn, it's fine, but like, I don't like doing it at the beginning of your turn.
Oh,
it hurts. It hurts your deck a lot.
Yeah, so. Dang it, yo. The rock deck just abuses this card, man. I can't get that Fame benefit. I have to like do. Yeah, that's crazy. I didn't realize that. Dang, yo. So, if they make Herald against my deck, don't I just lose? This deck just loses. Unless
it's probably attack over, but it's hard.
Yeah. Like I have to draw like a Dark Ruler or like beat it over, but beating it over.
It's hard to ever justify being able to beat a combo deck going second like that.
Yeah. I literally don't have an out. Hold on, let me think. Yeah, no out. I have like Abyss Pike because it's 1,000 defense. Most of my normal summons don't even get me there, except Minstrel. Yeah. Jeez, that's terrible. Okay, yeah, never mind. That's something we'll address later.
Okay, so we got that part down. We need the Genio line in the deck. So just take up the upstarts, whatever.
Yep.
Fishbook Launcher still just okay for utility.
Yep.
Not that bad of a draw.
No,
but if you find yourself, if you find it necessary, or that you now are in too many non-waters, you can remove it.
I might take out Water Spirit, just because I have the Toad engine, so it's just more consistent way to Toad. So I don't need Bahamut.
Sure. Also, the other thing is, I'm going to tell you just another theory.
Yeah.
Almost that. I think is like pretty important for deck building.
Yeah.
And that is, I'm gonna actually guide you through it.
Sure.
What is the meaning of a 40 card deck? What is the meaning of the number 40?
Just consistency, I guess. Like being able to see like your cards.
Why is it more consistent?
Why is it more consistent? It's a smaller deck, so like you're drawing 5 cards, like so like the chances of you drawing what you need is like a lot higher, or versus like a 60 card deck. It's just like a simple probability, really, right? Like if you're playing a 60 card deck, the chances of you like seeing like your 3 ofs, I guess, is like still decent, but like not as great as like playing 40.
So if the logic then is we should play 40 because it's more consistent, what if 40 wasn't more consistent? This is the issue with the way kind of people operate with their deck building.
Right.
They always assume the assumption that a specific number is automatically correct.
Right.
Look at it like this. Every number is arbitrary. It's random and has no value. It has no meaning behind it.
Right.
All the meaning behind it is that the number it is. 40, its meaning is that it's just the lowest number you can play.
Right.
Which will mean that a lot of the time it makes your deck the most consistent.
Right.
However, that's not always the case. 40 doesn't imply it's consistent. It just means it's the lowest number of cards.
Okay.
If you can find a way to make another number more consistent, which will happen very often for combo decks,
right,
then that is the correct number to play.
Gotcha.
Again, it's all logic based. Then 3 is also a random number, 1 a random number, 2. They're all random besides being the max or min. So it's important to decide with actual reason why they're good, because they are all arbitrary and don't have any actual meaning behind them. So, for example, let's look at my Thunder decks that I've been playing. I guess you're not as familiar with them.
Yeah, I've seen some of the profiles because when I started July, but like I remember when I was watching YouTube, that was a deck that people were playing with my locals, man, and like imagine like a noob, like a complete noob, just staring down a Thunder Dragon board, bro. I'm just like, what? I'm playing Salamangrease, man. I'm like, all right, I guess I just passed. GG.
So I was known for playing more than 40 in that deck almost always.
Okay.
And there's a reason. Well, the primary reason is you can play enough copies of all the starter cards that you won't brick no matter how many cards you add. You can always guarantee your hand will be playable.
Right.
However, if we increase the number of starters, without having to increase the number of bricks in our deck. What we're actually doing is decrease the density of bricks in our deck.
Yeah, that's true.
So as long as we aren't reliant on specific non-searchable 3-ofs, or searchable cards, like this is not reliant on red reboot match deck. As long as I think my engine can actually beat a trap deck going head to head, which I believe they could. Then I don't need to play 40. I can instead flush out the bricks in my deck. Make sure every hand has starter cards.
Yo, honestly, that's a really good theory, because if I look at my deck right now, right, I have 3 Diva, I have 3 Arya, and then 3 Dragoons. Dragoons dumped off any of my combo instantly guarantees me Diva. So like I have like so many starters in my deck now that I think about it, like insane amount of starters. Because literally, like, I have Arya, like, Diva. If I dump Dragoons through, like, Minstrel, which is a 3-of, I can then, like, search Diva. Like, look at my opponent's hand, banish 1, and Dragoon searches me Diva. And I just play. And Diva's, like, a 1-card combo. So, yeah, that's true. I mean, like, I have so many, like, good, like, starters, and they're all at 3.
And maybe there's even more you can play as well.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
And that kind of leads into... I'm not saying you should play more than 40 in this deck, but it's important to have that. This should never be about the specific deck. When I'm trying to teach you, the methods to approach deck building, so that for every deck you know what to do. Right. You can get your own conclusions. But that type of thinking is if there are enough good cards to play, then maybe you should play more than 40 cards to make your deck more playable more often. It also gives you more options. You can play more different 1-ofs in your deck, utility 1-ofs. And you have less chance of seeing them. For example, in my striker deck, if I played 43, less chance of me opening the shitty burner. Still can play it though, and it's still just as accessible before. I don't lose consistency in that sense. The chance to open and engage goes down to very little, and you have the added benefit of now your bricks are harder to see. I've seen that calculator. I know what you're referring to. That's why it's important to again have that reasoning, not just say this is the social standard. I'm playing 40 cards. It would never be what you're doing. You always want to try to break the mold. Think freely with your own reason, not with other people's reason, because that's how you find yourself in mistakes.
I agree with that.
So if you want to look at the numbers for yourself, use the probability calculator and just mess around with the amount of cards in your deck and the number of copies per card you have, and you can start finding ratios. So I want to now explain another ratio that is kind of a golden ratio. And that is the number 5 in a 40 card deck, around a 40 card deck. So 5 is a golden number because if you start doing the calculations, and you set your amount of cards you have to 40. And you start looking at the chance of drawing 1 copy of a card. And the chance of drawing 2 or more. Select the pot of desires. We're checking for the chance of seeing multiples. Chance of seeing 1. And we only ever want to draw 1. That's the conclusion we've come to. So we've already decided. Now I want to try find the optimal number is to only draw 1 copy of this card. So in this sense, let's say it's a normal summon. Only want to draw 1 normal summon. How many normal summons should I play? It should be absolutely optimal. So I create two charts showing how the percent increases as I add more normal summons for a singular copy, and how much it increases for drawing multiples. And after the 5th hand trap, normal summon, we are actually increasing the chance of drawing multiples more than increasing the chance of drawing a singular one.
Okay. Yeah, that's like what is it? In like economics, there's like the law of like diminishing returns. As you add more and more, like it just like diminishes like the percent gain from that or something like that.
So what this actually is a derivative.
Right.
We're looking at the derivatives of both of these functions, and saying how much they increase each time we add another number of variables. So we'll see that we actually get less value from adding a 6th normal summon. Than what we're losing from it. Now we have a chance of breaking ourselves. And this is important because when people ask why I play 5 of the card, why did I play 2 Sky? Like, why did I play 3 Solar, 2 Sky Blaster when I'm such a proponent of playing 3 of them good? Well, the reason is I'm not playing 3. I'm playing 5. 5 is you classify them together because they serve the same purpose.
Yeah.
Um,
That
so
makes
they're not
sense.
actually,
Yeah.
they're actually one card. Like 5 normal summons, not 3 solar, 2 sky.
Like,
it's 5 normal summons.
That would be like, for
Because-
example, like with for example, like the Orcus deck with Gearsu being introduced, like you would, like, for example, play like, let's say like 3 Gearsu, 1 Arma, 1 like Greffer, right? Like that, instead of playing like 3 Scraps, 3 Gearsu, like all that stuff, right? Just like based on what
well,
you're saying.
apply it in the optimum ratio because you need as many cards as possible in your hand live at once, because that helps with your offensive power and your defensive power.
Right.
If you're playing with dead cards, you're at a disadvantage.
Right.
Because then, what if you draw on your natural bricks as well?
Yeah.
Then you're really far behind. Oh, excuse me.
Yep.
So that's really what I'm trying to get at there is trying to make everything as optimal as possible. 5 is kind of a magic number where you only ever want to see 1 and not 1. Obviously, with Orphan's example, it's a little different because as things get more complex, it's not as black and white as 5 is the magic number.
Yep.
Say Greffer is not that black and white. It's not just normal summon.
Right.
Sometimes it's not even live. Sometimes it's not live at all.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's a special summon.
Yep.
And that makes Rhoda also difficult because Rhoda classifies into many categories.
Right.
It can be an extender or a starter, so you want to make sure not to make miscalculations because classifying Rhoda as a normal summon, whereas drawing that a Rhoda like plus a normal summon isn't a bad thing because Rhoda can just get an extender instead of a normal summon.
Right. Because of the Greffer, yeah, 100%.
Yeah, so it's classifying your cards in different categories and finding calculations like that.
Yeah.
And then you can do the same calculations for any purpose.
Yeah.
If I'm playing in a very combo format and I'm playing a control deck and say, okay, I want to see the chance of drawing 2 hand traps, so I want to optimize it.
Right.
So we can work on that. So that's why the calculator is really cool.
Yeah. Isn't it like 11 or something? Is it 9? I forgot what the number was. I was looking this up too, because
So
like
11. 11 is like 50%, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, yeah, it's 11.
Which
yeah.
is scary. It's 11 for a 50% chance to see 2 hand traps.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm not a fan of hand trap decks. It's a heavy commitment for
Yeah.
something that's still a 50-50.
Right. Yeah, I was playing like Eldritch and I was like, yo, I think I have like 12 hand traps. Please, for the love of God, let me see something.
But seeing 1 often just doesn't cut it, and that's why I think
Yeah.
combo decks have overtaken control decks nowadays. But that is the unfortunate reality.
Yeah.
So those are like that's always what you should be doing with every deck.
Yeah. Because I think
it's just a free type of thinking.
Right.
It's very important so you can make the most optimal things. And people often dismiss it as being shit.
Yeah.
But that's just because they don't understand, and it's hard to make them understand.
Yeah.
But
Of course. And then I guess
I had review. People give me shit 43 card strike deck that I played. I'm like,
Yeah.
well, I did well with it, and I have my reasons.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sit here and explain
yeah.
a ton of math to you, but
Yep,
it
yep.
made sense.
Right. No, I think as long as you have sound logic and reason for playing what you play, I think
My golden rule is that not as much that like it has to be math related.
Yep.
Have good reason. Have logic behind your decisions.
Yeah.
Make sure that it makes sense.
Yep.
You can't, and that you have limited refutable arguments against it.
Right.
And then when you have that good reason, and of course everyone's reasons may be different, right? So probably doesn't apply to you, but some people will be, well, I don't have a budget for this, so that's my reason. That's a legitimate reason. Like whenever I build a deck at a card store for people, the first question I ask is when they want me to help them build a deck is, what's your budget?
Right.
So I don't want to give them this meta deck with triple Emperor, triple Phantasme, triple Lightning Storm, and they're like, I have $100. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Or at the same time, even worse, I don't want to give them a deck that has to play engine cards with money. I don't want to give them Orcus and say, here's 3 and here's 2. They have to restart from scratch and they say they have $100 only.
Yeah. Just play scrap. Yeah. But yeah.
And then another reason is I just want to have fun, which is true as well. Like obviously everyone's goal is different in the game. Some people do want to just strictly have success.
Yeah.
Other people are just chilling. Like they'll play their favorite deck if it's bad.
Yep.
As long as they're having fun, and they just want to make their fun deck as good as possible. So.
Right. Yeah. I mean, like, don't get me wrong. Like, I think what I'm trying to do as a player is like I want to switch over from a control like deck to like more combo base, and I think like I want to make that transition just because like I think combo decks are just like insane. Like it's literally like Like combo decks are just, I think, inherently better because I also started to realize I hate hand traps. Like, and I hate hand traps just because of the fact that, bro, like one hand trap is not really doing much. Like you have to hope on the fact that they brick, and that your hand trap is like sufficient enough to complement on that brick. Like I only win games with Eldritch against rock decks when they break, and I have one hand trap, and then it's like, but then that's not consistent in like a big round, like mini round tournament. Like that's just not, you can't just hope for that.
Exactly. I cannot stand hand traps. I love control decks.
Yeah.
When they aren't hand trap based.
Yeah.
Because I think when there's just so many points of interaction, it's very interesting.
Yeah.
But when there's just a bunch of effing hand traps, that's not interaction. That's just stopping the first thing you see every time.
Yeah.
That's not fun. I don't like striking with hand traps. I liked it when I played all spells and traps, cards that gave me interaction points.
Right.
And there were interesting matchups.
Right.
And I have to flat out Thunder because it's the only way to beat it. But like, that was like, the goal. I love Burning Abyss, like the 2015 version, which I don't know how familiar you are. Where I played 24 trap cards in that deck. I think that deck was amazing. I love that deck.
Yeah. Well, is it like with like the blackjack whatever and stuff? I've seen like Pascal play it on his like his Twitch and stuff. Like he's just been playing like old BA and like Dinkambui too. Or so yeah, it was kind of cool. I like that deck.
Yeah, so like it's just that's more of the control deck, the classic control deck. But nowadays, combo decks are so strong.
Yeah,
you need to play hand traps to beat them, and that's not really a good thing. That being said, don't ever pigeonhole yourself into saying combo is the best deck. I've been a combo player for 2 years, almost exclusively.
Yeah.
And then at that, I played Striker.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, that was hilarious. I was like, yo.
You can't pigeonhole yourself into one thing. So again, with reason. Why is it? Are you playing this deck? If the answer is the best deck, then that's it.
Yep.
But sometimes the answer will be that the control deck is the best deck.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm trying to like also pick up from you is like into like the format, like what deck is actually like insane to like just take. You know what I mean? That's like the hardest part of me like deciding, because I feel like I just take what I'm comfortable with, which I think is like a good like first approach. But then I also want to take what I'm comfortable with, and it's like a like insane deck, if that makes sense.
It's an okay approach, but it's gonna have limited success, right?
Yeah.
Because you're capping almost what your abilities are. Because you may be more able to play with the deck yourself. But the deck itself is capped in what it's able to do. So you're gonna hit ceilings pretty fast.
Right. All right.
Yeah, so like, unfortunately, I don't keep up with the meta that much considering the state of the game right now.
Right.
So I'm not going to be able to sit here and tell you I think this deck is the best deck.
Right.
Especially with Eternity Code, there's so many things. I can show you some like really bullshit decks that just exist, and I have no idea if they're good or not.
Yeah.
I can show you some really stupid combos that like rip 5.
Yeah.
But I have no idea how viable they are.
Yeah.
Like all these things.
Yeah.
Are factors, and I'm not really able to share.
So funny enough, so yesterday I was on stream, I was streaming, and then I was just watching like finals of YCSs just to like learn from them, right? And then something I came stumbling across was like the prank kids. It was in YCS Milan. I think Dinkambui won it with prank kids. He was playing against I think Thunder. Yeah, I was playing against Thunder. And I was like, yo, what if for this next upcoming LCS, I just bring a deck that's E-code legal that no one expects, like an insane deck. I was like, yo, that sounds like that'll be crazy.
Building decks from scratch is very hard.
Oh, it's so hard, man. Yeah.
People don't realize that Goki was not a good deck. No one knew about it before I brought it to the mainstream.
Right. Yeah.
And that is probably the best deck of all time at this point. I fucking hate that deck, but
yeah,
it is my brainchild, I guess.
So that I don't even know what that was, but I saw combo videos. It was like kind of disgusting, man. I was like,
it's the most absolute bullshit deck I've ever seen in my effing life.
Yeah.
That deck could play 13 hand traps and still be more consistent than any combo deck today. And its end board was an FGK.
Yeah.
So,
I was just like, oh my god, that's nuts. But
that deck was retarded.
Yeah.
I hate that deck so much.
Yeah.
I made the deck, but I never did well with it because I was doing Worlds points, and I had to play regionals to get points.
Yeah.
So I played the deck in regionals, but I still didn't do profiles.
Yeah.
But what happened was the judges leaked my deck list online. The judges took photos and shared them online.
Oh god.
So my deck got leaked at 2 separate regionals. That's how everyone knew about Goki for the first YCS that was legal.
Oh,
and I played so many mirrors, it was awful.
Yeah. It's essentially dice roll at that point, is it not? Because
it was the most frustrating thing. I went with 5-0 and Nats to 5-4.
Yeah.
I lost 4 rounds in a row to mirror matches.
Yeah.
The one round I went first, looked at the hand of 5 hand traps, and I'm like, this is pass. Like, what am I supposed to do?
Yeah, it's just, oh man, it's just so rough. Dude, 5 hand traps, what the hell? Odds of that is like negative 1%.
The worst part of it was triple draw, so it's like, didn't even like do anything together.
Oh, wow. That's nuts. Yeah.
I mean, you know what? It like, you can win with shitty hands, though, so it's not the end of the world. Like, I know one of the hands in the Goki format in my hand was Sanctum, Triple Ghost Ogre, Magical, Midbreaker Field. These hands were only winning against bad or like mid-range decks like Striker.
Yeah.
I literally just went like set Ghost Ogres, set Sanctum, pass.
Oh my
and
god.
Sanctum for the scythe, so you couldn't make any Striker links.
Yeah.
He just passes on the. I let him make the token first. He passes on the token, and I just play Midbreaker Field. Normal summon Ogre, flip Ogre, make Invoker, and full combo. Like, it's just stupid, but it works.
Wow, that's actually insane. Yeah, I think that's the thing. Like, sometimes you have to make your bad hands playable and never give up.
Yeah, man. But yeah, like those decks you make by yourself can be better than fighting. It's just not easy to figure it out.
Yeah, that's why like I'm looking at the cards that are like being the list that's being provided for eco, and I'm like, dang man, like what can I do? That's why I started looking into like Mermails. Like I started looking into like Orcus as well. I looked into a bunch of those decks. I think Orcus is actually potentially like it could be up there, but it still doesn't like Gearsu doesn't fix any of the problems it had before, where like you interrupt the Gearsu kind of like how you would interrupt like Scrap with like Ash or something. They still pass. Like they need like an extender. I think I don't know. Like I just keep losing to the same stuff that like Orcus was losing to previously. Kind of like what. So
it's important that you're addressing that doesn't fix the issue.
Yeah.
Because that's important for recognizing when it's not that good.
Yeah.
Then you see if maybe there are other opportunities opened up because of the Gearsu.
Yeah.
For example, maybe Deck Knights fix the stuff.
Yeah.
Because of extenders that search Gearsu, which is pretty good. And you give them tokens.
Yep.
So they're more live on turn 1.
Yeah. Can't get even Lightning Storm, which is insane too. That was the first thing I thought about. I was like, yo, can't get Lightning Storm evenly. It's kind of nice.
Yeah. So okay. Yeah, I can't really provide you the best insight on this specific format, but that's not important.
Yep.
Me teaching you what you should want and what I'm trying to deliver.
Yep.
Again, it's not how to win this format.
Right.
It's how it's what mindsets to take on.
Right.
To approach the deck building, and then eventually we'll talk about in-game decision making.
Okay.
That will help you across every format.
Okay.
Because I can get you good at this random imaginary format if we want to.
Yeah.
But there's no value in that for you.
Yeah. I think
you want to be good.
Yeah, I don't want to just be
not
good.
Just good at a format.
Right. I agree.
You don't want to be known as a one-hit wonder. Like there are people like that who get good with one deck.
Yeah.
Never get good again, and they just stuck on that one deck forever, and that's not good for them. So it limits the possibility to grow. Those players aren't like heavy hitter players with a lot of tops because you can't expect them to keep doing well with the same deck because the deck is not going to be good anymore.
Yeah.
At the same time, if they don't adapt, then they're not going to get better.
Yep.
So like if you So if you do, in terms of getting your current deck better for the current format, do what I told you. You already play a lot. Look, when you're playing, focus on observing issues. Try and find critical weaknesses in the deck. And then if you can't figure out how to solve them, just write them down and keep them. And then the next session we'll talk about, okay, these issues I found, I'm not sure what to do about it.
Okay.
And we can go over that. I still have an extensive knowledge of all the cards that exist because I've been playing for so long.
Okay.
So if you have an issue that I can maybe think of more creative solutions that you can't. But my issue is that I can't identify the deck weaknesses because I don't play enough. Right. I can't sit here and tell you this is where my males lose to because I haven't played up and that became Mermaids. I can look at the deck and give you rough ideas, but I can't
Yeah, yeah.
pinpoint everything.
So I'll do the testing on my end, and then I'll let you know my thoughts. But yeah, awesome, man. Thank you so much, bro. Appreciate it.
No problem.